Have you ever really stopped to think about the words you use every single day? I mean, the really simple ones? It turns out some of the most basic words we use are kind of like icebergs. There is a whole lot more going on just beneath the surface.
So let me ask you this. Just how much meaning, how much complexity can you really pack into one simple word? Well, you might actually be surprised. We're about to put one to the test.
And the word we're going to unpack today is green. Seems pretty straightforward, right? I mean, it's one of the first colors we all learn as kids. But as we're about to find out, there is so much more to it.
Okay, so let's get the obvious one out of the way. As a noun, green is a color. You know, the color of grass, of trees, the light that tells you to go. Simple enough. But even here, in its most basic form, things get a little complicated.
Just think about it for a second. We've got emerald, olive, jade, lime. All of these are just words to describe different shades of this one color. So right away, that simple definition starts to get a little richer.
But this is where the real fun begins. When green stops being just a noun and starts acting as an adjective, well, that's when it takes on all these incredible new layers of meaning.
So, for one, we use green to talk about fruit. When a fruit is green, it's not ready yet, it's not ripe. You could even say it's immature.
You can instantly picture that, can't you? That banana that's still a bit hard, maybe not so sweet yet, that one word, green, tells you everything you need to know.
And here's where it gets really clever. We take that same idea of being unripe and we apply it to people. To be green means you're new at something. You're inexperienced. Just like that banana, you haven't fully developed in your role yet.
So when you say a new journalist is green, you're actually communicating a ton of information in just one word. They're untrained, probably a little naive, just starting out.
And you can almost map out the whole journey here, can't you? You start out green, maybe you're a little wet behind the ears, but with time and practice, you become experienced, skilled, a veteran.
Okay, so from inexperience, the word green takes another wild turn, this time into our emotions. It becomes the color of a really powerful, and let's be honest, sometimes pretty ugly feeling, envy. We've all heard somebody say they're green with envy.
I mean, that phrase is so powerful, it almost suggests a physical reaction, like you're getting sick with jealousy. It paints a much more vivid picture than just saying she was jealous, right?
And then, of course, there's a meaning that's really taken off in our time. Green has become shorthand for environmentalism. We talk about green energy, green technology. It's all about the health of the planet.
And what's really cool is how flexible the word is. You can scale it. A plant isn't just green, it can be greener, or even the greenest. That adaptability is a huge clue about why this little word is so powerful.
So let's recap. Green is a color, a state of being unripe, a level of inexperience, an emotion, and an ideology. How does one word do so much work? Well, that question leads us to the most fascinating part of this whole story.
The reason green does all of this heavy lifting is because it's part of a very special, very exclusive club. It is one of only 850 words on something called the Basic English List.
850. That is it. Out of the hundreds of thousands of words in the English language, this tiny group was chosen for a special purpose. And green made the cut, which of course begs the question, what is this list?
Let's dive in. So, Basic English is this really cool idea. It's a simplified version of the language designed to be a super easy-to-learn tool for international communication. And the whole thing is built on this core list of words. The thinking behind this list was basically to find the Swiss Army knives of the English language. You know, words that are so versatile, so flexible, they can do the job of a dozen others. And now it all makes sense, doesn't it? Green isn't just a color. It's a stand-in for unripe, inexperienced, envious, and eco-friendly. It's incredibly efficient.
So what's the big takeaway here? I mean, why is it so important that a simple color word has all these other jobs?
It matters because it tells us something fundamental about how language really works. Those words we use all the time, the most common ones, they're the most powerful. They're packed with layers of meaning. They let us say so much with so little. One single word can represent a color, a warning, a judgment, and a whole philosophy.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. If a word as seemingly basic as green can hold all of these different worlds inside of it, what other secrets are hiding in plain sight in the words we use every single day?